A little boy comes home from Hebrew school and his mother is asking him, what did he learn today? He says, when the Jews were enslaved in Egypt, they wanted to leave, but Pharaoh would not let them. Then Moses sent F-16 bombers and paratroopers, and they captured the royal palace, took Pharaoh hostage, and only then Egyptians allowed the Jews to leave. The mother is looking at the boy. Is this really what your teacher taught you? No, says the boy. But if I will tell you what he actually said, you won't believe me anyway. The Torah has a credibility problem. It is so hard to believe in what is written there because it tells us stories of miracles which are difficult to imagine. If God wants us to have his book of rules, why does he also insert into it stories which are difficult to understand logically? If he wants us to keep his laws, wouldn't he give it to us in a book that would be easier for us to accept? If God wants to provide us with a document that in our eyes would be trustworthy, wouldn't he try to make it as acceptable for us as possible? Even if these miracles did happen, why write them in this book? Discovering the laws of nature has allowed science to achieve tremendous things. Our lives have been improved dramatically thanks to technological breakthroughs. But then there is also something else that science provides for us. Predictability of the world around us. We love predictability. This is the main reason why people study the sciences. We need to know what will be the weather tomorrow, what to expect if a person is ill, what will happen if I'll do this or that. In addition to allowing us to take appropriate actions when needed, science also has an emotional effect. It provides us with a sense of comfort because we know what will be. It gives us confidence in our future, makes us feel safe. The problem, however, is that more often than not, this sense of safety and security is false. Our predictions for the future do not always come true. They say that if you want God to laugh, tell him about your plans. And when people feel overconfident in their predictions, they are most likely to be disappointed. We can and must use science for its practical reasons, but we should not use it also as an emotional crutch to soothe our anxieties. We should not delude ourselves with false prophecies that we want to accept as reality. This is harmful and maybe even dangerous. This is why the Torah tells us about miracles. You may think that you have already figured out all the laws of nature, but all these laws that you have studied are still not the highest authority. They can be changed like that by the big boss who created them in the first place. By reminding us of these miracles, the Torah is helping us to remember about the simple reality of our existence. Our knowledge is not absolute. Our expectations, no matter how substantiated they wouldn't be, will not always be met. So, be reasonable, believe in miracles.